Hello and welcome. If you were guided to this video, then it was meant for you, and I trust that everything happens for a reason, and all of the messages that are going to come through today are part of the story, part of the message that needs to come through for you. Yeah, so I just picked up the deck, and I have the Nine of Cups and the Page of Swords. Very interesting. Okay, I'm just going to take a minute to tap in. I'm hearing that there is a hearing, okay? And I get like you're presenting yourself before a community, a group. What is that called? Can't think of the word. Something that starts with a C. You're presenting yourself before the court. Some sort of judgment being passed. Some sort of completion. Or almost complete. The Nine of Cups, not quite being the Ten of Cups, but still sitting on the bench. Perhaps you're acting as judge, jury, and executioner. You're in a position where there's someone around you who may be a little naive. Someone who doesn't operate normally on logic. They operate more on the emotional spectrum. And you see that. You see how naive they can seem. But it's just from lack of experience, not from lack of trying. Okay. So you're sitting here with all of the emotional wealth that you have accumulated. Let's see. Okay, one moment. Let me finish this. Okay. You have accumulated all of this emotional wealth. And I mean emotional wealth like maturity. Like you're sitting here in your power, fully knowing what sits behind you. Because you have inspected these cups, you know they're the real deal. Yeah, you're someone who has definitely been working on the emotions and healing of some sort. And there's this energy around you of the Page of Swords. Someone who's wishy-washy, someone who looks like they don't know where they're going. And it feels like, I'm seeing this circle of birds, like really far away, right? And the higher perspective is just not necessarily something they're focused on. They're wielding what they believe is the truth, okay, their truth. But this is not the stance of someone who is about to fight with a sword. Okay, if you're about to pick a fight with someone, or stand up for yourself, or go into battle, when you hold a sword, you're going to have a more stable stance than this. This is very lofty. So perhaps they feel unstable in their own logic or this idea that they have. But they're still holding on to it. They're like, a bit naive about it, like, but this is what I want. This is what I believe. And you're like, okay, Leave what you want. Okay, arms crossed, not letting them in. You can have a look at all of these cups that I have taken possession of, right? All of these cups that I have polished and worked so hard on and poured my heart and soul into. You can take a look at them, but I'm not going to give you anything for free. Very interesting. Okay, let's get some angelic guidance here. Something to focus on, some advice to help you, a mantra to keep in mind when dealing with this person, this situation. Oh, it says honesty. Wow. This young, childlike angel. Perhaps this has to do with the inner child, or maybe family of some sort. Okay. It says, I am truthful. I speak my truth honestly. Yeah. It says, the angels ask you, offer your true self up to the world and search for the truth. Act upon the truth and tell the truth even though it may not make you popular. Say what you think and think what you say. Interesting. And then this one is, this one was flipped over where I was only seeing the back of the card, right? But now I'm looking at it and it's interesting. It says forgiveness. The door to my heart opens inward and moves through forgiveness to love. The angels want you to remember that self-forgiveness doesn't happen overnight. You need to approach it exactly as you would approach forgiving someone else, with lack of ego, a compassionate heart, and a patient and persevering mind. Okay. Let's use the owls for some clarification here, see what else wants to come through about the current situation. Perhaps the bigger picture here. What is the bigger picture here, Spirit? One more. The Fool and the Knight of Swords. Yeah. And so the Page of Swords is clarified by the Fool. It's definitely this person or an aspect of yourself, okay, coming into this with an air of newness, unsurety, but also, I don't want to say surrender, but it's like, yeah, like naivete. I don't know why I said it like that, but it's definitely, it's like this person is just not accustomed to this way of thinking, and so perhaps they are now starting on a journey for themselves, because they're looking at you and seeing how far you've come and kind of seeing you as like an example, but they just don't get it. Like, they don't understand how you've come this far. I know this message is not going to be for everyone because this is really specific, but take it how it resonates. And then I have your energy is also the Knight of Swords. Okay. As you're over here, having accomplished quite a lot emotionally, there is also knowledge that you seek. Or perhaps this is how you have acquired all of these cups, is by seeking truth, seeking the knowledge, exploring the depths of wisdom. And in this process, you've left behind these little feathers, these little breadcrumbs for others to follow on the trail. Let's see. Oh, Temperance coming out as I pick this up. And that's definitely an underlying energy of the Nine of Cups here is the Temperance, just saying only what you need to say. Not being afraid, though, to get your claws out if the need arises. And as a side note, on the side energy here, I have the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, again, this sovereignty. You're on your own island, and you're self-made. I mean, you've put the work in to get these cups. And you are now reaping the benefits in your 3D reality. You get to bask in, I don't want to say glory, but like bask in the manifestations as they come. Okay, what about this energy, Spirit? The Ten of Cups. Yo. Yeah. It's like, keep doing what you're doing. Acting with honesty, speaking your truth. But also not being afraid to have a compassionate heart and let people in with forgiveness and open arms and understanding, and being like, yo, whatever you said, whatever you did over there, it's all good. I understand. Okay, I've been there. Not everybody's perfect. Not everybody has the good day. Okay. And you see it from a higher perspective. And you know that, like, these energies will blossom when it's their time. So I'm hearing, like, just moving forward. Moving forward. Left. Yeah. There's an ending. Okay, moving forward, we got the Ten of Wands. What else? And Temperance again. Yeah. It's like you have, I wouldn't say this burden. It's not a negative burden, but it's like you're bearing weight, okay? And you're almost there. You're almost to the Ten of Cups. You're almost to the finish line. And you know this, so like you're able to act with temperance. You know that it's a marathon, not a sprint. And so you're not going to be burning yourself out. You're almost there. And you're just taking it one step at a time. You're almost there. Like, literally, the castle is right here. Just across this field. Okay. And with that, I'm going to leave it there. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for staying to the end. If this was a message for you, I hope you got something out of it. As always, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. If you like my readings and you want to see more, I've got some pretty cool videos. Oh yeah, comment below how this resonated with you. If it did, I'd love hearing like how it comes out from your perspectives. Also, I just like chatting with you all, and be sure to leave a like as well. That also helps me out so much. And I wish peace, love, and healing upon you all. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye.